My name's Alice Byram. I'm the president of the Digital Health section at the Royal Society of Medicine. And there we've been working on digital twins for about 4 or 5 years with 2 events so far and a working group. I think the main challenges of bringing digital twins into healthcare systems and into clinicians' daily practice is a question of trust. The question of trust is one that comes up every single time I speak to clinicians. How can we trust it? And I think the answer to that is understanding what people are worried about and what motivates people. And in this case, you're looking at improving patient health outcomes and improving the patient and clinician relationship. So when it comes to patient outcomes, I think that you can explain to people the improvement to the health outcomes with metrics which they already know. So, for example, blood pressure, etc., with cardiovascular disease. But also you can show the way by, say, explaining that digital twins can be used to capture metrics and data points which haven't been captured until now. And I'm thinking, for example, loneliness, which is one of the biggest killers. It's not often computed into our calculations when we're looking at patients, or at least not formally, certainly not into guidelines. And this is a real opportunity. I think for the relationship between clinicians and patients, the worry there is that it's yet another interface, yet another piece of tech which is going to come between you and the patient. I think if you can get the message across that actually this is going to improve it, that you're going to go back to that one-on-one and personalised interaction, there's a real sell, and that's something that you will get traction with people. But I think there's also another point, which is very much timely, is that the health systems are under a lot of pressure. Clinicians are burnt out. They're dealing with a lot of moral injury. If you could show that using digital twins at a systems level or at a local level means that they are able to attend their patients better in a timely fashion with the right resources, those questions of trust will soon be overcome. I think when we're looking at the question of interdisciplinary collaboration in the creation of digital twins and their ongoing management, of course we all speak about clinicians, we speak about the regulatory, we speak about the data scientists. The question is, we need to get the carers into the system, into the questions. We need to get social workers into the question. And all of these people need to be in the room right at the beginning. So the carers, we can talk about how that will affect their role. They can bring in suggestions which I'm sure many people won't have thought of. The clinicians will be able to answer the question of, is it a tech push, and will it actually change clinical management? Because too often that, again, is answered too late. The patients can bring in perspective to make sure that no patient groups are left behind. The data scientists and the engineers can do the horizon scanning and suggest, as kind of the drug discovery people, to make the clinicians and the patients who are very much on the shop floor and the day-to-day activities dream about the next stage and not let their answers and not let their suggestions limited by what they know today, but actually understand that digital twins can bring real progress and quickly. My key takeaways about the Virtual Global Human Summit have been very positive. Primarily that an international approach to what is going on is valuable and is the only way that we will all go towards the same goal without repeating. And I think the other point is that we've spoken a lot about the non-technical aspects of the challenges of digital twins and getting them to clinical practice, including trust, something which wasn't happening even a couple of years ago just because the technology was not that far, but it's exciting to be part of this. I think events like this are important because we can quite often get caught up in siloed working, and somewhere like this brings us all together. We bounce ideas off each other. We all go home with new ideas, new connections, and what we would do is sped up 10 times by having had this experience.